Good morning, fam. Good morning out there. It's me, Meltology Inc. up here in the nest today for a breakfast melt Saturday morning. I hope your day is going good. Mine is. Nice little cool breeze out this morning. Sun's shining. Feels good. I hope it's like that where you're at. Again, welcome, Melted Red Brick University. Like, share, and subscribe. Donate if you can. Again, this platform provided by Spartan Red. You can go to the backup channel on Odyssey, go to Spartan on the Gram, Spartan or Die, and you can find it all right there. From the start to now, everything in the middle. So go check it out. Brick love, everybody out there. Good to see you in here this morning, Melted Inverted Realm. Mr. Beast fan, Curtis 47 Red Bricks. Brick love, one love to everyone, to you and yours. Yeah, man, last stream, Spartan was up here, and, it was one of those streams where stuff's try to get it together and it just starts teching the shit out on me. But anyway, we got that done. We got Spartan up in there. We got to hear with him, laugh with him a little bit. And, it was kind of a short stream because, like I just said, the tech issues, but we made it happen. And that's what was important, But here we are back again, ready to show some melt. And I'm going to do this now, actually, because, I was so wanting to get into evidence last stream, man. When it don't happen, man, it just feeds my need, man. I just got to get up here and do the melt. So I'm going to go ahead and break it down and get into it really, and get this going. I got to work today, so we're going on about a 2.5, 3 hour stream today. Hopefully we can get this in here and check out some melt, man, because that's what it's about. It's about altering perception and changing minds, and that's what we try to do, is get people to see the melt, break through their cognitive dissonance and indoctrination, and understand what we're showing them, man. It's not like we're selling anything or trying to trick anybody, man. We're just showing everybody what's in front of their own eyes, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about, and that's what I'm going to start with right now, and just dive right into some melt, man, because that's what we need to do, is wake people up, man. Get them to see what we're talking about. It's pouring out there in New Hampshire, Curtis 47. Stay out of the rain, man. Get yourself something nice, comfortable to drink, relax with. Wake and bake, Mr. Beast fan. You got that right, bro. That's the way I start my day, man. There's nothing like a nice fresh cup of coffee and a sweet little bowl pack to chase it with. Yeah, man, it just sets my mood right for the day. Gets my head changed, man. Gets where I want to be. Kind of shields me from all the bullshit. Sunny side in the D, Red Brick says. We're going to give her, Mr. Beast fan. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to do it with this one right here, starting out, man. We tell people, this is a melted realm. Everything we're walking on is melted realm. And most people ain't going to believe it, but it's evidence like this that we got to show. And I don't care what kind of degree you got out there. I don't care what kind of mindset you got against meltology. You cannot deny the evidence. And again, we reinforce the evidence. We see this here, and up here, where all the shrubs are growing, and you can see the undulation of the ground. It's kind of like a hilltop, and then we got this down below. That's obviously not. It's obviously not geology. I mean, come on, people. With evidence like this, you really got to set aside what indoctrination you got, and you got to really understand what you're looking at. And it's not hard. That's building. That's building. I don't care what education you have. You cannot say that that's natural geological formation right there. And if you do, you're lying to yourself, and you know it. Because natural geological formations don't have brick walls in them. As we can see right here, we can see that this is structure, man. There's no getting around it. There is no getting around it. This is a brick wall. In fact, it's all structure. We're just going to focus on some of the stuff here. We can see how it goes at different levels. We got up top here, and we see how it tapers down here, and we see that there's more levels than what's showing. It goes down in there, and we can see structure, arch, down underneath, and we can see the collapse of the structure. We can see the arches tilting. We can see the textures on the walls. We can see the color differentials through the heat. We can see the disintegration of it. We can see it sinking down into the melt. We can see the actual texture of the structure, man. And, you know, this is what we're talking about. When you want to get into meltology, man, you got to stick with the evidence. When you got to stick with the evidence, you got to understand the evidence. You got to understand what you're looking at, man. And what we're looking at right here is this is heat expansion, man. This is this structure, brick construction. You can see the C14. We just seen the brick in it, and we can see the expansion of the material. We can see how the heat energy come from the inside out and balloon these things out, man. And they scorched and they disintegrated off. They slid off. They rock curtained over features in themselves, like right here. We can see this arch. I mean, come on now. Look, here's this arch. And we can see the expansion on the inside wall here. See how it ate out right here, this corner, or this side of the arch? Look, man. It's right there. It's right there. It's right there. We can see the ghosting again right here. See this right here? See these verticals? See how they're ghosting in? See how they're getting the materials heating up, expanding from behind them and consuming them in the melt. Right here. We can see it. And when we explaining it to you, you know, through our evidence, we're not making this stuff up. We've reviewed this evidence so much for so long that we automatically know what we're looking at. I mean, come on now, look, right here. The state of matter changing, man. The state of matter of the bricks, the medium that make up these structures, is disintegrating out. And you can see it. All brick. You can't deny it. It's right there in your face, man. It's right here in our faces. How can we deny this evidence? How can people just debunk without any research or looking into what we're talking about at all? Because that's obviously melted structure. Every bit of it. So geologists out there, debunkers out there, naysayers out there, people that think we're crazy out there, explain this, please. Explain this, please. And if you can't, shut your fucking pie hole until you get something to back up your claims. Because right here, we're showing you what we're talking about. Like this one. We're showing you what we're talking about. Obviously structure. It's obvious structure, man. And you know, people like to take this evidence right here, and they like to pick pieces out of them and call them megalithic. And you know, these are just other terms to try to explain away the evidence. It's just another term for them to try to explain away the evidence. And what they call megalithic, we just call expansion. We just call the state of matter being altered, changed through electrical heat energy. And we see that right here with this big block. All this around it took different shapes with the melt. This one expanded out just like that. And we can see this fracture line in here. Disintegration, it's expanding out and it's cracking right in here, man. It's disintegrating out right here. You can see the scorchiness on the bricks as well. And the white, the more cooked out, you can see the C14, the red, leaving the brick in here. We've seen this evidence so much. State of matter changing. And it's changing because of the different heat differentials throughout the structure. As this is obviously a structure. It's not a geological formation. That's obvious right off the bat. That is obvious right off the bat. This is not a geological formation. This is a structure that's been heat damaged, X-factored. And it looks like this through the expansion, once again, the X-factor signatures, man. This is only, again, fraction of the building. The rest of it's gone, man. The rest of it is gone. It's down underneath itself in the brick flow, in the mud, or in the brick ash flood. We see it. Again, it's not geology, it's meltology, man. It's meltology. Look. Again, heat differentials causing different expansions on these right here. We see these balloon rocking going up top, and the top of the pictures, we can see how they're going to balloon bouldering down low. The heat differentials are expanding these out more in here. And again, we got these supporting columns down here, and they're heat damaged, man. They're heat damaged. We can see the brick in it. We can see the block in it. You can see the expansion, the ghosting going on. You know, it just totally changed the appearance of everything, man. Realm wide. Realm wide. There's no other way to explain the evidence that we're showing. There's really not, man. And that's why people get angry, you know, naysayers, debunkers, all that, because they cannot explain it. They just want to talk shit and then move on and drop the mic and boost their own little bubble off their deceptive fucking attack on meltology when they're proving themselves to be nothing but ignorant and stupid, because we're showing you what the evidence is, man. It's your own mind lying to you, because you can't explain this, man, other than the way we're explaining it. Electrical heat energy from the bottom up that just electrified this realm and left it in this condition, man. And left it in this condition. Again, mountains are melted buildings. All hills are melted buildings. Canyon walls are melted buildings. Valleys are melted buildings flowing down into each other. Mesas are melted buildings. Islands are melted buildings. Paramounts are melted buildings. And we're showing this again with the evidence, man. Foreground, look at the blocking going on. You know, this was one structure down in here. Most of all of it is gone, just leaving this sliver of evidence right here. And yeah, we're calling it evidence because, once again, geology. When does geology create walls and structure? Come on now. Again, it's so obvious, man. It's so obvious. The top of the hill, look. All this coming down, all this white material coming down. This is the shell. This is the structure disintegrating out and flowing off of itself, leaving little chunks of the structure in the melt, like right here. Like right here. And as we go up, we can see the texturing. Look, see how it's flowing down? See how it's just like sliding off of itself? You can see it. It's just sliding off of itself, disintegrating out, coming down. Look at the top, man. How can you dispute this? Why is there a wall right here, man? Why is there a wall right here? Why is there another wall up here? This is the top of the structure up here. Come on now. It's a melted building. That's why. And you can see part of it going back in here, the turret up in here. How this is angling down in the melt right here. It's obviously structure, man. Why people can't put it together, why people cannot put these blocks here, this wall here, this chunk right over here, all this stuff that we just explained right there, this wall here, this piece of the structure there, and this obvious piece of the structure back there. Why can't people put that together, that this was all building at one time? Because their indoctrination, that's why. It's their indoctrination, and we're trying to break people out of that, man. And that's the reason for this stream, man. It's to wake you up. It's to wake you up, man. Look, we tell you this is melted civilization, and we're proving it to you. We're proving it to you. If anybody out there has any kind of construction experience or building experience, when do you build like this? How do you build like that, man? And what we can see right here is this thing just heated up, pancaked down, disintegrated out. I mean, look, man, it disintegrated out. Look at the evidence right here. Look, the state of matter changing right here. See it? Red brick, man. There's your brick. There's your brick and mortar right there. Why does it look like this? Why does it look like that? Because the electrical heat energy, man, showing you right here. Showing you right here. All the scorching going on. C14, some detailed brick right in here, but the rest of it is just heated up, expanded together. Sinking down is what caused all this pancaking like this. The structure was sinking down, and it pancaked it, and it bent this stuff back. Look at the texture right here, man. You can see the disintegration, how it just disintegrated out. You can see the brick right here. You can see the expansion coming off the brick right here, disintegrating out. You know, it's obvious evidence that I'm going to show today. You know, I like to get into a lot of the terrain features, if you will, and all of that and pick out the melt. But it's always good to go right back to the obvious, too, and show people. You know, when do you build like this? Look at the disintegration of the brick, man. Whatever these arch things were, part of the building, they don't look anything like they used to. And the reasons and the purpose for these things, we don't know what they are, but we know that they're there, and we know that they're part of the X factor, man. Because you don't build like that. We're showing you right here that this is brick structure. We're describing the heat energy that did this to these things. And this is the evidence that it left right here. This is the evidence that it left. See? These blocks back here. This went block in here. We can see the scorching on it. We can see the brick line pattern in it. See it? See the scorchiness? See the expansion? See how the C14 is getting cooked out? Look at the brick in the bottom of it. Right there. Obvious structure, man. See how the brick's disintegrating out? Look at the state of matter changing. Look at the fusion of it in here. Again, anybody out there with any building experience or with building experience, how do you do this? Look at the mortar in this. Look at the brick right here. Look at the state of matter changed all around this, man. Can you imagine the heat energy that did this? Look at the texturing going on all this behind it. Look at how melted this brick pocket right in here. I mean, come on now, look. Brick Love, everybody. Brick Love. Drake is in the nest. Mr. Beast fan. Melted Inverted Realm. Draconis Synthicus. Yeah, they are crazy, aren't they, brother? Brick Love, welcome. Thank you, MIR. Irrefutable. It is, Drake. It is, man. Curtis 47. You all know it. You all know it, man. You know what you see. You know what you see. Yeah, man, getting into some melt this morning. Breakfast melt with that Meltology Inc. up in here. Look at this column blimp. And I say column blimp because that's what it looks like to me. We're inside of the melt right here, but we obviously have shape differences. We got this blimp part down here, and then we're the column set right here. Where's the rest of it? Where's the rest of the building? How does it end up looking like this? These are the questions that we ask people when we show them the evidence. When we show them, we're trying to get them to work it out in their own mind, because that's what needs to happen, man. We can show and we can tell, but it's for people to work out in their own head what's going on. Red brick, man, in the pulverization right here. See it? I mean, it's right there in front of us. It's right there in front of us. Look at the balloon rocking going on in here. And look at everything lost in the melt. A lot of this is pottery. Look. Why is it lost in the melt, man? Why is it the heat damaged itself? It's all right here for us. All this is pottery in here. This is the melt flow, man. This is the melt flow. This is the melt flood, man. Not the mud flood, the melt flood. And we say that because, again, the evidence shows that, man. Mud doesn't melt brick. Mud does not melt brick. This realm was magnificent. It was just incredible. And when it went up so fast. And the evidence is telling us that. And we can see that through this evidence right here. This is a structure way back here. This is a building way back here. All of it. And it went up. The X factor hit. And everything realm wide was lost in the melt. And you can see it in the evidence again. The apertures up in it, the undulation of the land, how it just comes down. And you can see pockets down here in the melt of the structure itself. The walls in it, as it comes down, we got chunks of structure everywhere. And then this foreground shot is showing us what it looks like. Look what it did, man. All this is building. Everything up here, the fence post, this little pathway is all on top of this building right here. See? And some people would say, oh, that's just sandstone. That's just whatever. Well, what the fuck is this? Because this is an arch right here. This is an aperture. This is an arch right here. You can see in it, you can see the column that formed right here. There was a column on this other side. And we can say that because it's right fucking there. And it goes down further. Look through the grass. It goes down further. It's structure, man. It's building. And look at the balloon rocking going on right here. And the pinch point right here. Look, let me show you. Right here, man. Right here. Why are these fused together? Look at the bottom of the pick. This is all structure down here. It balloon rocked out on this side. Over here, it was disintegrating out. And right here, look, it's melted together. It's melted together. Look at this, man. Look at the texture on this. You can see how it's just disintegrating out. Chunks of the building still in there, you know. And all the plants are growing on the brick ash, man. Look at your brick line in here. Look at your transitioning going on in here. Balloon rock, brick line. Why do we got brick line down here? Look. Because it's building, it's structure. Look at the bottom down here, man. So, you know, It's what we do. We show the evidence like this and like this. We get up in it. We break it down. Look at this right here, this wall that come off the right side, right top corner, and comes down into here. Look at that, man. Since when does geology do this? Come on now. You know, and they'll try to give it everything. They try to give these stupid little fucking names, man, like abnormal grain growth. You know, oh, okay, it's abnormal grain growth. They figured it out. That's all it is. You know, it's more bullshit. It's more fucking bullshit that they come up with, and then they laugh at you and move on and make their big fucking money. All right? It's time to call these people out, man. It's really time to call these arrogant motherfuckers out that are lying to us, because nobody's challenging them. All they have to do is say nothing. That's all they got to do, is just ignore and say nothing and let the status quo go, man, because nobody's pushing them on it. Nobody's pushing them on it. And you get all these smart ass motherfuckers that follow them that just want to talk shit and say you're stupid and crazy, but they don't want to come up with another explanation for it because they can't. They just want to boost their own little fucking egos and call you stupid. And that's very insulting when you have evidence and then some fucking jack off calls you stupid and ignores the evidence that you're showing him, showing his ignorance, ignoring the facts. These kind of people need to be bitch slapped with a melted red brick upside their fucking heads. I'm sorry. I just get that way when I talk about this shit. Because, you know, when you beat the evidence to death like I have, like Laughing Eagle has, like everybody else up here is doing with Meltology, you know, after a while it just gets very insulting when people just talk shit and just try to debunk because the evidence is too overwhelming, man. I don't care if they're not very smart, they're not deep thinkers. If you're not that, then you need to shut the fuck up if you don't understand the evidence. Because for people that understand the evidence, they're passionate about what we're talking about here. Look at this shit right here, man. Just gaze upon this right here. Reference, we're down in the bottom of this melt right here, but look at this trough going across right here. Look at this part of the structure down in the bottom right here. Now, for any debunkers out there that want to say that we're stupid and we don't know what we're talking about, we do know what we're talking about, and it's called Meltology. For all you people out there with your hundreds of thousands of subs watching your shit and you're not fucking showing, explaining Meltology when you show this kind of evidence and you're calling this sedimentary layers, ancient, whatever the fuck, okay? We're talking to you too, because what you're doing out there is you're fucking gatekeeping. If you don't understand if you can't understand that this is melted structure and that's what we're talking about, and you're just overlooking it and going with your flow and creating your little stream and not addressing Meltology, you're a shill and you're a gatekeeper. Yeah, I'm fucking telling it, because you need to have the fucking brain capacity. If you're up there broadcasting this kind of stuff and you're not understanding that this is melted structure, you're a fucking gatekeeper or you're just plain stupid. And, you know, I see hundreds of thousands of people watching these people and they don't get it. This is how we separate ourselves from the rest. Look, it is about numbers and it's not about numbers. Numbers to me mean Meltology's catching on. Okay. And our numbers are growing, but they're not up into the hundreds of thousands. You know why? Because we don't talk bullshit. I'm not going to get up here and show a bunch of fucking shit just to boost people's little fucking feelings inside themselves to make them feel good. That's not why we're here. We're here to show Meltology and explain it and break it down and trying to educate people on this, man. But when you got these people up there with these chans, with these hundreds of thousands of fucking subs, and they're misleading them, not breaking down Meltology because they don't understand it, don't want to understand it, I don't know, whatever their fucking case is, you're deceiving people if you're not showing it and describing Meltology, because that is exactly what the evidence is showing. That's not my opinion. That's the evidence fact. Right here in front of us, right here with this shot right here. And anybody out there with hundreds of thousands of fucking subs showing this kind of evidence right here and not explaining Meltology, send me your link. Send me your link. John Levy, Martin Leibka. Wise up. All you big brain motherfuckers out there. Send me your link. Look, I'm just a peckerwood out of the sticks in Oregon. I'm beating a dead-end job right here just to fucking survive. I don't have shit. But what I do got is the brain capacity to understand fucking meltology. And the drive to trying to show people and explain it to them and to wake them up. And the biggest obstacles we got are these people, these people with hundreds of thousands of subs, not fucking breaking down meltology. They're just showing fucking slideshows. Because that's what people like, spoon-fed slideshows where they don't have to fucking think. They just get to sit back and consume the little pictures with no explanation behind it, thinking that some kind of fucking God come out of the sky and built this shit. This is Meltology. This is Melted Red Brick University. And I'm fucking Meltology Inc. Fervent Heat. Send me your link, motherfuckers. Please, with sugar on it. Because you're not going to explain what's going on here. We are. Melted structure. We're looking down at different levels of this melted structure. This was some kind of a staircase, whatever case, it goes down into the melt. Look at the glaze on this over here. Look at the texture on this right here. Look at the C14 getting cooked out. Look at the disintegration of the brick of the melt right here. Look at this right here, this block. Now, they got some kind of a piece in this right here. And I'm not sure if this was added. There's not enough of the pick to see if this was added. This looks fairly new. The metal does. But it's in this melt. This is infused in the melt right here. This is part of the melt. You can see the heat damage on it, man. Everything around here is disintegrated out. Look, man, whatever this was right here, heat damage. You can see the scorching on it on the bottom right here. You can see that the material down here in the hole is expanded and coming out through it right here. You can see an aperture lost in the melt right here. You know, this is building. This is structure. This is obvious, man. This is what we're saying. What the fuck is that? Look at that. Look at how the brick just expanded out right in here. Cooked out all around it here. Cooked out all around it. And leaving this little pocket of C14 brick in here. Look at that. See how it's cooking out right in here? This white lighter in the middle here. And how it's all scorchy around it. All this is fucking brick. This is the state of matter changing right here. All around it, ballooning, expanding around it right here. Look at the brick pattern in this right here, this band growing across right here. These are the heat differentials, man. Cooked out, went block up here. And then it left some detail, some brick formation down in here. And we can see the pancaking going on. We can see the buoyancy and density settling in right in here. Look, it's coming down right in here. Look. Layering it down, rock curtaining over right here. See this right here? This lip on this right here, this expansion, it's coming down and it's pushing this material, bulging it up right in here as it's sinking down on itself, man. And the rest of the building's gone. This is the internals of the building right here. Again, man. Melted structure, the whole damn pick. Most people are going to say, oh, this is all carved up in here. No, it's not. It's not carved. And you can't get away with saying that it's carved because it's blended in with the fucking rest of the structure, man. Look, you cannot say that this shit is carved. You can't say people from long ago came in and took chisels and all that shit and made this, because that's not what the evidence shows. The evidence shows that this is all building, and these are little pockets of survival right here. We can see it right here. Look at the transitioning. Heat come from the bottom up and it climbed this wall right here. Look. Heat come from the bottom up and you can see the expansion coming off this wall. Look at the texturing on the wall. Look underneath it and how the state of matter is just coming off the side of the structure, disintegrating out, leaving pockets of survival. The whole damn thing. We go way up here. What do we got? Oh, the top of the building. See how it's pancaking down? Look at the levels that we have in here. You can see it pancaking down. Right here, look at the pancaking, disintegrating out, leaving pockets, chunks of the structure in here. See it? It's all right in front of us. It's all right in front of us. Arch right here. Aperture's all up in here. The arch buried right up in here. All structure, all of this right out in here, that's all just X factored out right here, used to look like this. Used to look like this. Look at the texturing on it. And that's what I do. I take what's in the melt, the pockets of survival, and I try to picture the whole damn place at least having this kind of structure to it. Now it looks like this all around it. It's all building. All of it is, man. Different shots of it, different angles, man. Showing the melt right here. Look at the walls. I mean, come on, man. Look. Brick walls, brick coming all the way down, man. All the way down. This is brick. Look at how it's ballooning right here. It's turning into balloon rock right here on this wall. See it? Look at the state of matter changing all around it as we go up. Sorry. Fucking mouse. The state of matter changing as we go up. The building disintegrating out, expanding out, and coming down on itself. That's what we're seeing right here. That's exactly what it is. The whole thing is the building. And we're showing it. We're proving it. Again, we're looking at the melt flow. All out here in the top of the pick, we got people living. We got people enjoying their lives, working, shopping, existing, okay? And we have it here in the front is what's left of a melted structure that used to be there. Absolutely is. Because it's right here in front of us once again. It's right here in front of us once again. And we're showing you it. Blocks, brick, melt flow, mud, melt, brick ash flood. Oh, look at the undulation down in here, man. All this down in here. This is where the building used to be. We can see it. We can see part of the structure left over here. Chunks in the melt, flowing. See how it just came down and just pancaked against each other and just flowed? The action and the flow of the melt. Look at all the brick in here, man. This is all structure down in here. This is all brick. This is all fucking brick, man. It absolutely is. Look at over here. Look how your wall is coming here. It's all balloon rock. See how it just flows and then just lose it in the melt right here? Look at the texture on the other side of this wall right here. You can see how it just melted out and pancaked down into itself into the melt, losing all these floor plans in here, just disintegrating out and sinking down into the melt. This wall is part of that. All of this is part of that, sinking down, coming into the melt. They refurbished and put some fencing and shit right in here to do what they're going to do. But it's all melted, even in the back there in the top left corner. Melted building, man. You see the definition in it. It's all melted structure back there. You can see it. So I dig meltology, man. I really do. Mystical rock hounding and fossils. No pancake. Pancake for sure. Mr. Beast fan. Fused together. No pancaking, mystical rock hound and fossils. Wow, man. You know, welcome first off, Melted Red Brick University. Well, the evidence is showing different. We're showing you right here, this is all melted structure. And these are very famous pics. We know where we're at. It's all melted building. Look, there's a pocket of survival right there. See how it sank down into the melt? Look at the texture once again. Pancaking. Yes, it is pancaking. Buoyancy and density. The malleability of this realm when it went up in the X factor, okay? It's going to do that, man. It's going to sink down into itself because of buoyancy and density, because gravity doesn't fucking exist. It's called buoyancy and fucking density. It is. Weight force. What the fuck ever force? It's called buoyancy and density. It's heavier than the material around it. It's sinking down into itself through the heat differentials, man. As we can see right here. These things were in flux, man. And the reason this stuff looks like this, climbing up this wall, mystical rock hounding and fossils, is because of the heat energy that came from the bottom up. And it sporadically shot through this realm and did this to these structures. Look. We can see it, man. Right there, state of matter changing, buoyancy and density. It expanded and sank down onto itself, losing its shape, losing its definition, flowing into the melt. We've showed this so many times. So many times we've broken it down for people. I don't care where it's translated from. We call it fucking melted, man. Okay? We get into the evidence here. We leave all the mystical, all the fairy tales and all that shit for the religious people and fucking geologists and stuff like that. Okay? You can bounce around those false narratives all fucking day long and come up with the same bullshit mind fuck. Okay? We're talking about meltology. We're proving the evidence. We're showing the evidence. We're breaking it down for those that want to see it. Brick Love Steps, good to see you up in here. And we do challenge anybody to come up in here. We do challenge academia to come up in here. Because they've been lying to us for fucking ever, man. In fact, they've gone past the point of no return with their fucking lies. Because they've been indoctrinating us and our children from the fucking get-go. Okay, they're part of the goddamn problem. They are. They're part of the motherfuckers. They're lying to humanity. We're here to set the fucking record straight with the evidence, man. And I don't give a fuck who answers up. We're bringing the evidence. What are you bringing? We're bringing the evidence. Give me a second. Fucking mouse acting up. Fucking hell. It's not one thing, it's another with this goddamn tech, man. Really is. Have to go to the fucking keypad. Same pick, different lighting, just showing the disintegration, the buoyancy and density, bringing it down. Tighter shot here. Fucking mouse. Oh my. There we go. I'll just do it this way. Yeah, looking down into the melt right here. Now it's going to fuck with me. Okay. Look at the brick. Look at the patterning in this right here. The way the X factor energies made these bricks twerk. This was vibrational heat energy, man. That was just shot through this realm. Looking down, we've seen this many a times before. Where's the rest of the building? Why does it look like this? It came down on itself, pancaking down, disintegrating out. Look at the undulation of the walls through that. Don't believe in magic. I believe in evidence. All right? Mystical rocks and fossils. I don't believe in magic at all. I believe in deception. I believe in deception. And that's what we've been living through our whole lives. It don't matter who you are. You know, you've been indoctrinated if you went through the education systems, man. It's part of it. That's why when you graduate, it's a ceremony. Did you know that? When you graduate from high school, you're being indoctrinated into the club. That's why you got a round cap on your head with a square plate on top of it. You're being squared and compassed. That's why when you graduate, at the end, you take your tassel and you lift it and you move it from one side to the other. You've now crossed over. We all did that. We didn't understand we were getting indoctrinated into the club. Everything's deception. Everything's deception. This whole fucked up shit show we live in was created by the deception. It was created by the deception, by the motherfuckers, man. The ones lying to us, the ones that have us enslaved now into this usury system where your wealth is somebody else's poverty. Again, melted structure, the whole pic, the foreground and the background, everything, melted building. We don't hate, we educate. You know, we get a lot of people up here, and we have forever, you know, ones that are interested and got questions, and then some that like to come in. And we're unsure if you want to educate yourself or you want to come up here and show your ass. We're not sure. That's why we have moderators. And that's why we leave it up to the discretion of the Eagle Eye Crew moderators to use their discernment and, take care of business if we need to. But, you know, we want people to come in and we want them to challenge us because we're just going to show you the evidence. You can challenge yourself by using your cognitive abilities and getting rid of your indoctrination. Okay. That's what needs to be challenged is your fucking indoctrination. Because look at these concrete moldings in these arches right here. Explain that. Well, we're explaining it. Center pick right there. You can see that expansion coming out. Center pick right there. Ghosting the columns, the detail in this structure at the bottom. The rest of the building is gone, man. You can see the scorching in the detail. You can see the state of matter changing on those columns right there. It's all right there in front of us, man. It's all right here in front of us. Look at the top up here. Look at this. See this right here? This over here on the left? It was intricate. It was part of all the intricacy on this thing here. Look at this one to the right, center pick. Look. It's right there, man. We're telling you that this structure was melted with a heat energy, dude. And there it is right there, the state of matter changing. The top is just cooked out. Look how scorched it is, man. It's like a fucking candle that's just been wicked down, man. Look at that shit. You can see the brick in it. You can see the structure in it. You can see how it's settling down into itself. It's sinking down into itself because it fucking melted. Brick starts melting at 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit and up. What went through this realm right here far exceeded 2,000 degrees. Far exceeded 2,000 degrees. Again, we're showing right here. Buoyancy and density taken in again. Okay. This whole building sank down onto itself. Look at the wall coming down right here. This isn't the original spot. This wall this whole structure extended out, man, and is disintegrated, gone, and pancaking down. Look at the internals over here, man. And we're showing you again. Look at the internals right here. Pancaking down onto itself, disintegrating out, exposing, leaving pockets of survival in the melt, man. Leaving pockets of survival in the melt. And that's what we call all this shit in here, is pockets of survival, because they survived the X factor as far as the condition that they're in this particular spot in the melt. How does this fucking happen? Explain it. Right there. Anybody? Anybody? Academia? Geologists? Naysayers? Debunkers? Flat earthers? Globetards? NASA bitches? Explain this shit. Neil deGrasse Tyson? Explain this shit. Meltology. We'll explain it to you all day long. Disintegrated out. Here's the internals of a building right here. You can see the walls on the left, what's left of them. You can see the structure in the top left corner just expanding out and losing its definition and detail. And we do call it a structure because it is. Watch. What the fuck are these? What are those? That's the internals of the building right there. It is. Those are the hallways, doors, arches, accesses, internals of that building right there, expanding and sinking down into the melt, disintegrating out. Right there, closing the apertures out. You can see how they're getting squeezed, where they're becoming smaller. It's right there in front of us, man. It's right there in front of us. Famous shot. Most people focus on these pyramids. Okay. I find more incredible the plateau that the pyramids are sitting on, because the pyramids are just a fraction of the structure that used to be there. The whole fucking plateau is the building with the pyramids included. And here's proof of it right here. Pocket of survival right here in front of us in the melt flow. Everything from the left to the right, the whole picture is melted building. That's what people don't get. That's what people don't get. Look at this right here. There's the bottom of the pyramid. Where's the rest of the motherfucker? Where is the rest of this pyramid up here? Hey, look, it's right beside this fucking pyramid. Where'd this one go? Where'd it go, man? It's sank down into itself. We can see the base of it over here, blending into the melt. Internals right here, melted building. They don't want to admit everything that applies Curtis 47 because they're in their comfort zone. Look, last stream I talked about burning your straw man. You remember that? When you do that, you have to let everything go in your mind. Everything you think to know to be true, really, you really have to just let it go and then focus on what the evidence is showing us. Because the evidence like this, the X Factor, it touches on all the biblical narratives, all the geology narratives, all the other fucking ancient alien narratives. We don't know who built this civilization. I think humanity's part of it. But we're being lied to because they don't want the tech. They've got the tech. They've got part of the tech this ancient civilization had. They're keeping it from us. That's why. They're keeping us stupid and dumb to control us. That's why. Because think about it. I just talked about the graduation ceremony at high school. What happens if you don't graduate when you get out of school? What do they ask you for when you go to a job? What do they ask you for if you try to join the military? What do they ask you for? They ask you for your what? Your indoctrination papers. Internals of a melted building right here sinking down into itself. Even down under the water, it's all melted structure. That's how they get you. You've got to go through their fucking course. You've got to graduate, and you got to be accepted into the club to get a fucking job. It's kind of like the club they want you to be in now. And if you're not, then they're going to fucking attack you, and they're going to go after your fucking bank account and discredit you and destroy your reputation in every way because you don't want to join their new fucking club they got coming on. It's the same goddamn thing. They're gaslighting and trying to indoctrinate everybody, starting with children, all the way up. They ban you. They blackball you. That's how they control people. That's why people don't want to see meltology, because it scares the fuck out of them. That's why flat earthers won't touch us. That's why geologists won't touch us, because we scare the fuck out of them. We expand our mind more than it's flat. We're saying it's not only flat, it's flat, but it's not flat because it's fucking melted. We've got peaks like fucking the Andes Mountains, fucking all these high fucking so-called mountains. They're melted buildings, clear at the top, clear down to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. It's all melted structure. That's how wide, that's how deep this civilization was, man. We don't even know where the bottom was. We don't even know what we're living on. What we do know what we're living on is fucking melted. We know that. We've proven that, and we're showing you right here the same fucking thing. This isn't geology. These aren't tectonic plates. These aren't abnormal grain growths. This is not erosion. This is fucking melted building, man. Look at the columns that melted, that fell back right through the center of this fucker right here. See them cooked out, snaking their way right through the center of the pick? There's no other way to explain it, man. What's this? Right there, center pick. It's structure sinking down into the melt. Look at the slippage line right here. It's coming down and it's pancaking down on itself. It's disintegrating out all the way down. Squeezing it. Expansion, compression. It's expanding and compressing against itself internally. Look. Right there. What you're looking at on the outside here is the stucco, the shell of the building. What's behind all this brick and shit like that? Well, you're going to get this same material. It's all fucking disintegrated out, fused together inside. It's all melted structure. Look how this dome right here, look, we got one right there with an arch in it. Look, we got another dome right there. What happened to this dome right here? What happened to that dome right there? Well, we can see it. We can see what happened. The expansion, it disintegrated it out, man. Look, it's right there in front of us. You can see it. It cut through this one and it cut through right here, expanded out. All of this right here used to look like this to the left and the right. Look at the bottom down here, man. Look at your transitioning going on. Look how melted this is right here, how this is just hanging. Look at that shit. It's right there in front of us. Pancaking down onto itself. Top of the pick all the way down. Look at your lines. Follow your lines. See how it's pancaking down and it's sliding back down over this way? It's right there in front of us, man. Look up top. What's this? Look at the internals getting ghosted in. Look at this right here. Apertures right here. Openings, windows, doors. Look, they're getting squeezed. They're getting expanded. They're getting lost in the melt, man. It's right there in front of us. It's right there in front of us. What's this up here? Again, the internals of the building. Look at the walls in here. See how they're ghosting and they're expanding and they're sliding down into the melt, man. See them? It's exactly what's going on. Brick block up here, it went block. Look how it's just sliding. It's just melting away. It's melting down through buoyancy and density. This stuff was like fucking putty. It got so hot. Look at the bottom. Look what it did. Explain it, geology, flat earthers, mud flooders, everybody out there that doesn't want to understand or, you know, what we're talking about. Explain that right there. Wake up, people. Look, out here in the middle of nowhere, in a field, on a hill somewhere, what's this? And what's everything else behind it? It's melted. You can tell. Look at the fucking top of that dome right there, that arch right there. The whole pick, man. Use your critical thinking abilities, man. Come on, it's not hard. The hardest part is dropping you indoctrination, man. That's the hard part. You got to step out of your comfort zone, though. And that's where most ain't going to do it. They love that comfort zone. That comfort zone is going to keep you stupid and shackled. Debunkers, naysayers. Fuck you. Look at that. Melted building. Melted building. Not tectonic plates, not erosion, not sedimentary layers, not abnormal grain growth. Those are insulting fucking terms, man. Because if you're not seeing this and you want to explain it away with all that bullshit narrative, it's very insulting to people that have critical thinking abilities, okay? Adult motherfuckers out here, and you're calling us stupid. We're calling you gatekeepers. Look, the time is coming. You're going to have to choose a side. And I'm not talking a political side. I'm not talking a religious side, okay? You're making a choice. You're taking a stand when you try to laugh this off, when you try to debunk, all right? When you try to make fun and you try to ridicule, okay? We're fucking telling you and we're showing you the evidence. And we got some very smart people up here in Melted Red Brick University, in the Eagle Eye crew, in the nest. And it's very insulting when you get these people that come out and laugh it off and ridicule to boost their own fucking ignorance, their own stupidity. It's called projection. See, and that's what these fucking narcissistic bitches do. Okay. They do shit, they say shit, and then they blame you for the shit that they do and say. It's narcissistic. It's called projection. You're projecting your fucking stupidity, your ignorance, and your indoctrination onto everybody. And we're calling you out. And if you're offended, fuck you good. And if that offends you, fuck you good. Because we're throwing it right in your face and we're challenging you to come up with another explanation for this. You know, it's in the evidence, man. Spartans always said that. You got to stay with the evidence because the evidence is what is the basis for it. Because you can't explain it away. Look at this arch. Look at right here. Look at this whole pick. We got vertical going on over on this side, right side. See it? Column being lost in the melt right there, ghosting into the melt. Apertures right here beside it, right here beside it. We got brick block structure right here. This is the shell right here. It's expanding out. And look how this one expanded and leaned this fucking arch out. Look at this right here. From the bottom, look. Look right here. See how it's angling this way? It's coming forward this way. It's expanding out. You can see it right there. It's right in front of us. It's expanding out and coming forward. See it? Leaning out this way. Look at these two columns right here. Look at this. Look at this transitioning right here, center pick. Yeah, man. You got up top of the pick, people in their apartments, their houses, their jobs are driving around on top of the melt. Foreground, melted building. It sure is a melted building, and I'll tell you what, it goes all the way down under the water. All this down here, you can see it underneath the water. It's all melted building down here. It is. It's the same texture. Look over here. Let's go to the left side real quick. Look underneath. You can see it because it's attached to what's up top. It's the same fucking structure. This all disintegrated out, sank down into the melt. Then the floodwaters came in. You look at the texturing on that wall back there. Right here. I mean, look at that. Look how expand. Look at that. Look at how it just ate out, expanded here, and just everything else is gone, disintegrated out down into the melt. Look what it did to this wall. Look at that shit. Come on, geology, mud flutters, come on now. Does mud melt brick like that? Come on now. Be honest with yourselves. That's all we're asking. Looking down into the melt, looking down into a structure, looking down into the internals that's sinking down into the melt. See? Explain that. Come on now. Frey, good to see you. Brick Love, one love to you and yours. Mystical Rockhound and Fossils, Brick Love, one love to you and yours. Yeah, and that's Mystical Rock Hounding and Fossils. That's what we're trying to do. Listen, we're showing, and this is the objective of Melted Red Brick University. We're trying to wake people up with the evidence, showing that this is a melted realm on a massive scale. We're showing evidence like this because we've been lied to so long about it. And Mystical Rockhound and Fossils, ask yourself this question. And I hope you have a degree in geology or something like that. And you got a bunch of friends too, because I want you to confront them with this kind of evidence right there. Why can't y'all see this? Any geologist out there, okay? Why can't you understand what we're saying? Look, you're the ones out there making the big bucks. You're the ones that go out there and get a career in your little geology and belong to your fucking club and academia and all of that. And you can call it all this stuff that you want, but you're not calling it for what it is. It's melted, man. It's meltology. It's brick structure. It's concrete moldings. It's everything else that was attached to the civilization that's in the melt. And we're showing you the evidence right here. Right here, man. And you cannot explain this away with all your fucking geological terms. And you can't say that fucking people carved this shit. It's not carved. This is fucking structure, man. And the material that was used was heat damage to the point where it left it like this, man. And again, this was an electrical heat energy, and with that comes vibration. Kinetic energies, man, collapsing down onto itself. The heat when these things went down was incredible. Incredible. This is mind-blowing, paradigm-shifting information. That's why people can't see it. That's why it's scary to people. And it is, man. Look at the fucking transitioning on that right there, man. Melted building all the way to the back. Pocket of survival right here with this big old fucking chunk of melted building right here. And that's exactly what it goddamn is. It's a chunk of melted fucking building. It's right there. Again, texture. Look at the ghosting going on in this. Watch. Look at the ghosting going on in this. See them? Columns, columns, columns. Ghosted out, man. in this block, in this thing here. See them? Look at the texture on this. See it? Red brick structure. Look, what's this? Look at all the scorching going on in this. Aperture there. Internals there. So this block, we don't know what the fuck it is, but we know it's structure, and we know there's definition in it that was lost in the melt. It was part of everything here. What was this? Why is it an angle laying in the melt in reference to the straight line going right beside it? This piece coming here. Look at the texture on this. Let's do this. Right here, this big bright image right there in the middle. Let's do this real quick. Look at the texturing on that. See it? And that's what you got to do with this evidence. Look, when we get into this evidence, if it's not boots on the ground and you're not out on it and you're just snapping evidence like this here, you got to play with the resolution and the contrast and stuff on these pics. I do it all the time. Okay, you got to go to a certain part of the pic, pop out the definition. Go to a different part of the pic, pop out the definition. Because of the lighting differentials. And a lot of these pics that you find, they got kind of a light, like a sheen across them. And that's to cover up the evidence. That's why they do it. I've proven that. That's why they do it. They put this sheen on a lot of these pics to make it just like look like a, it just makes you just go right over it because you can't really pick out any definition. But when you get rid of that sheen and you get down there and you pop into the details, you start seeing it. Again, it's melted structure, the whole fucking thing. All of this in here. This wasn't dropped off by a fucking alien. This is part of a melted structure, man. See? Look at size comparison. Here's people right here. Look at the size of this shit. Again, look. Sinking down into itself into the melt. Right there, man. What's these right here? What's this right here? Center pick. What's that? Ghosted out column, internal. I mean, there was more to this thing. It doesn't look anything like it used to. Look at the top of it. Look at the texturing on the top of it. Let's give it a little color here, just a little bit. See it now? What's this line going right here? It's all part of a structure, man. What this chunk was, we don't know, but it doesn't look anything like it used to. And what's all this shit in the back? It's all melted building, man. Internals right there. See them? Melted buildings, internals right there once again. Look at the brick. Look at the C14. It's all sank down into itself. Melted building from the top to the bottom. Heat come from the bottom up, change the state of matter of the structure in here, leaving these balloon rock, balloon bouldering. I mean, look at that shit, man. You don't build like that. Again, down inside, look. It's all disintegrated out. Look at look at it. It's just melted like it was fucking wax, man. It's melted structure. It's building. See? Arch. Look. Brick lines. Block lines. Cooked out. Melted. Another arch up here. Look. Bam. Aperture up in here. These are all internals right here of the structure that used to be there. And they did have metal. They had all kinds of shit inside and outside of these fucking buildings. And we can see here in the bottom right corner, there's a grate. There's some metal left in the fucking melt. And we see this all the time in the evidence. Right down here, bottom right corner. And that's in the melt. That's in the melt. That's fused in the melt. All of this melted building. Every bit of it melted building. What they're on is just a pocket of survival of the internals of this melted building. These walls, walls of these melted structures right here. That's what these guys are crawling all over. Look how scorched that shit is. They got their hand on it right there. Look at your balloon rocket going on in your top right and the left side of the pick right there. Left corner of the pick right there. Look at your balloon rocking right there. All parts of the same structure. Looking inside of a melted building that came down, sank down into itself right here. That's what we're looking at. Again, look at the wall coming off right here. Coming down, all this is just melted structure. Sinking, collapsing down into itself. Right there. Melted civilization. See it? Look between the obvious. See it? Internals, melted structure, just came down onto itself. Just leaving the floor plans all twisted out and shit in the melt. See it? It's right there. Look. Wall going across, wall coming off here, apertures underneath, apertures all throughout this, walls just twisting down and blending into each other, going down into the melt. These are all internals of the building right here. It's right there, man. It's right there. Look at this right here. Center pick. See it? Right here. Look at the apertures. Look at the windows, the windows over here, the windows to the left and the right, the windows up top. What's going on with these windows? What's going on with that? expanded heat from the bottom up, closing these windows out. You can see how the heat energy affected this going through here. And that's what the X Factor did, man. This electrical heat energy was sporadic as it shot through this realm, and these buildings started expanding from the heat and the pressure and sinking down from the buoyancy and density. As they came down, the internals of these things became hotter and hotter. You got to think about it, man. When these things went up like this and they start coming down, just think of the heat and the pressure inside. Well, we see what it does through these caverns and caves and everything like that with all the crystallization going on. We've seen the melt internally many a times. That's what it did. See? Look what it did right here. Again, look at your apertures, man. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at the bottom. Brick block line. Look at this. We can still see the lines. Look. Right down here at the bottom. Look at your mortar lines, man. This is all structure. All of it. Brick structure right here. Look how it ballooned out right here. This part of the structure just balloon rocked out. Look how cooked out they are. See how they're losing the C14? This stuff expanded. Look at the transitioning going into the block behind it. Look at that. And as we go up, look at the state of matter changing. Look what it did to the structures, the internals right here. Look at all these internals right here. Look at this piece right here. All expanded. Look how it's just twisting coming down. Look at this building in the back. Way back here, melted building. See it? All the way in the back. Melted structure, man. You can tell. We've seen it many a times before. Melted building, what's left of it. Look at that. What's this? Look at that. Look at the definition and the detail of the exterior of this piece right here. It's ghosted. It's ghosted in. It's being consumed by the melt. And you can see the definition and the detail right here of this piece. Still. And it's getting lost in the melt. It's ghosting into the melt with everything else ghosting in around it. Look at that shit, man. Fucking hell. Jericho. This is Herod's winter palace, they say. And most people are going to say, well, that's just Herod's winter palace. Oh, so you're admitting it's a fucking building. What the fuck happened to it? Where's the rest of it? Look at this wall. Look at the bricks twerking. Look at that shit. Look at your transitioning. Look at how your brick pattern is. See all this right here? This is because of the electrical vibrational energy through here. These, you got to understand something. And Spartan said this many a times. Okay, when you're seeing evidence like this shows right here that this thing was vibrating and humming. These bricks were dancing. These bricks were twerking, shifting, expanding, losing their shape, losing their definition. It's right there in front of us, right there. That's why we see a lot of these different patterns in these bricks that have been melted out. This vibrational energy that shot through this realm, man, it was in flux, man. These things were moving. This whole realm was vibrating and heat energy, electrical heat energy pulsing through it and disintegrating out and coming down, man. And this right here is why people don't get it. You know, we're not attacking anybody. We're just questioning your narrative. Because you've got such a fucking grip on humanity controlled by you, religion, government, and they all think on your narrative, whether it be geological or religious narratives. That's why people can't understand this, is because they've been indoctrinated by you. And you can say, I'm going to hell because the little man inside your head is going to send me there. That's fine, if that's what you want to believe. I believe my fucking eyes, and I believe what I'm seeing. I can walk out on it. I can pick it up and touch it. It's right here in front of us. This is why they've created these narratives. They're covering up this realm. They did everything in their power for us not to fucking see this and understand it. They know we got to see it. You can't help but fucking see it. But what they got to do is they got to get inside your head, and they got to change your perception with their deception. That's why people can't see it. That's exactly why people can't see it. They see it, they don't understand it. There's the thing. It's being seen. If they got fucking eyes and they're able to see, they see it. Now, the battle comes with the understanding, the mind. That's where the battlefront is. It's a war for the mind. And we've said that from the get-go on this. It's a battle for the mind. Look at the transitioning right here. Look at that shit. How'd they do that? How did it go from this pattern to that? Well, we explain it to you. Electrical heat energy, vibration, influx, reaching degrees, reaching temperatures that we can't even fucking fathom, man. That's how this happened right here. That's how it happened, man. And until you got a better explanation, you can take your narratives and go away with them because they don't fit the evidence. See? Look at that. And again, it's everywhere, as Spartan has said. Some areas of the realm more prevalent than others. The European areas and all over there, you got more detail like this, and just your average walking down your street or whatever, you see this kind of melt right here. This has all been through the X Factor. It's just been refurbished, renovated, if you will. To novate something is to exist in it. To renovate it is to move in and fix up what was already there. That's what's going on right here. Because you do not build like this. You don't, man. Fucking hell. Come on now. For all you fucking people out there with your building and construction degrees and shit, since when do you build like that? You don't. Since when do you build like this? You don't. You don't. Look at that. You don't build like that, man. It ain't going to stand. And the only reason this shit is still standing because it's fused together. It's fucking welded together, man. Look at the texturing down here. Street level. Look at your road. It's all melted, man. This is all heat damaged all the way down this road right here. From left to right, all heat damage. Look at the wall over here to the right. Look at the texture. Look at your color differentials. It's all melt. We've seen it before. See? Look at that. From the street to the top, melted. Fervent heat, you're full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about. Really? Well, what's this? Look at that. You don't build like that. I don't give a fuck. You don't build like that, man. That's all heat damaged building. That's all heat damaged brick right there. Every bit of it. Every fucking bit of it. Look at the right side. Look at this. Look at the brick in this shit. All we're wanting to do is people to wake up, man. Start fucking thinking. Start fucking thinking. Start questioning. Start challenging, man. Disobedience is not the problem. Obedience is the problem. Obedience is the problem. Because they want everybody out there to keep your fucking head down and just keep walking. Don't ask questions. Just accept and shut the fuck up. Buy your little shit at the stores. Buy all your fucking, your corporate fucking candy. All your little goodies. Create your comfort zone. Get yourself to a point where you can't think for yourself and you have to be spoon-fed everything. Get yourself to that point. There's no coming back. If you don't have the ability in your own mind to think for yourself and you have to be told what to think by the establishment, you're lost. You're lost. But the sad thing is we got a whole army of the lost out there. Because these people that are in their comfort zones are the army, are the opposition, man. They're us. They're our loved ones. They're our family. They're our friends. that don't understand this, and they attack us, the ones that they love, just by bringing this out and showing them. They automatically go into fight or flight mode. They either run from the evidence and call you crazy, or they sit there and just call you fucking stupid and start going back to their indoctrination terms. Because again, you got to shed the baggage, man. And I mean the baggage, everything you thought was to be fucking true, man. You've been lied to. You've been fucking lied to. Because you don't build like this, man. You don't. Look at you don't fucking build like this. Look at this wall on the right. I mean, the whole pig. But look at the fucking brick in that wall to the right. It's all fused together, man. Why are the bricks all different shapes? Why are they fused together? Why are they losing the definition? Why are the color differentials there, man? Why? Why? It's easy, baby. Meltology. It's not hard. Spartan has said that. It's not hard. All you got to do is look, think, and come up with your own thought processes of what's going on. Now, if you want to think that they came in here and built like this, you're feel free to do it, but you've obviously never fucking built anything before. Look, a melted building, or what's left of it, and this is big. Where's the rest of this? Look how thick that is. Why were these things so thick? Why were they so massive? Why do they look like they are now? Well, through many streams, we've broken down the evidence, okay? And we know the reason why they were so massive and why they were constructed the way they were, because they worked with the etheric energy, the free energy that this realm provided and still provides to an extent. This worked with the electrical ether. And when this X factor went down, the atmospheric ether, if you will, and the construction of these things use what they call piezoelectric forces. The weight in these structures actually give off electrical discharge, actually give off a piezoelectric force. And that's been proven. That's been proven with brick. Proven. Actually lighten up fucking light bulbs with piezoelectricity. Magnetics, everything came into account when this place went up. When do you build like that? You don't. This is X Factor right here, the whole thing. Look at the back right here again, man. Look how viscous this was over here. Look how viscous this was right here. Viscous meaning very hot, becoming more fluid because it's melted and the air's got to escape. We've seen that. You can take pancake batter and throw it on a griddle and it spreads out, and then you see these little air pockets start bubbling. That's what happened here. This shit just bubbled off itself right here. It's all right in front of us. See? Freya melted. I do think the controllers were not running the show in the old world. Definitely not, you would think, right, Freya? You know, the controllers of this realm now, were they the same controllers before? We don't know. We don't know if they're related, connected somehow. We don't know who the fuck built this shit, and we don't know where the fuck we come from. These are the things that we're trying to figure out with meltology. But first and foremost, we got to wake people up to this realm being melted like it is, because it is. And that's the thing about meltology. It brings you down that fucking melted rabbit hole. It's the rabbit hole others are afraid to fucking crawl into, except for the Eagle Eye crew. This is our home. This is what we do. There's no fear here. We're not going to let somebody bully us and fucking strong arm us into accepting their fucking bullshit, ridiculous fucking stories and narratives, man. Fuck you. We're challenging you because your time's coming to a fucking end. All you deceivers out there, your time is nigh. It's coming fucking short, man. And you fucking know it. That's why all the bullshit's going on. That's why all the distractions are going on. That's why all this insanity is being created, because the time is coming and they know it. They know it. And they try to silence us. They try to shut us up. They fuck with us. They fuck with our tech. They blacklist us. They strike us. They take our videos down for whatever bullshit fucking reasons, man. Because they're part of the controllers, man. The arrogance of these motherfuckers. The arrogance of these motherfuckers, man. Look what they're doing to everybody. And I'm not talking just in the US or just in Britain. I'm talking realm wide. I'm talking from Nigeria to fucking Sweden. I'm talking from Russia to fucking Australia. I'm talking from Japan to Alaska. I'm talking from Alaska to South America. I'm talking from Peru to Iceland, Greenland, whatever land. It's fucking melted land. That's what it is. The whole fucking realm. It's not terra firma. It's terra fried, man. Not terrified, terra fried. See? Look. What the fuck is that doing there? And why does it look like that? It's all part of the building behind it. You can see it. It's there. This is fucking construction. It's a goddamn bridge, man. It's structure, god damn it. It's part of a fucking building, massive building. See? Here's another one, man. Explain this shit. Come on now, academia. Come on, motherfuckers. And when we say the electrical energy came from the bottom up and expanded the shit out of these things, look. Fucking look at this shit. Look at the texture on this wall, man. Look what it did. Look at how the brick expanded and disintegrated out. Look at the texture. Look at it's cooked out over here. Look how scorching it is going on over here. Look at the way these bricks were twerking. Look what it did here in the middle, man. Look at that shit. Look at that fucking shit right there. That right there is the state of matter changing. Look here. Let me help you out. If you can't see it good enough, let's do this. There we go. This building expanded from the heat from the bottom up, inside out. And this shit just came, it just expanded and disintegrated this section of this piece out right here. Look at the bricks on the right and left of that right there. Look how they're twerking and fused together. Look at that shit. Look over here. Look at that shit. Fucking hell, man. Look. Look at that, man. Look at that arch. Look at the bottom coming from the bottom up. Look. Look at how this arch to the bottom over here is going wonky. See it? Look at the boulder, the balloon rock coming off the bottom right here. Look at the bricks popping over here. Look at this arch losing itself in the melt right here. Why did they build it like this? Is that what they did? They built like that? Come on now. Don't be silly. Grow up. Grow up. Come on now. Grow the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. See it? When do you build like that? Fervent, you need to be nicer. You get the message through when you're nicer. What, you mean spoon feed fucking people? No, thank you. No, thank you. Look, I'm brutally honest. I don't give a fuck. It's only brutal if you can't see. It's only brutal if you're refusing to look and use your own fucking critical thinking abilities. That's when it becomes brutal. That's when Fervent Heat has to step it up a little bit. Huh? It's to shock you. It's to fucking snap you out of your goddamn indoctrination, man. That's why I'm like this. If I offend you, that's your choice. If I'm calling you a stupid blind motherfucker because you can't see right here that this is a building and the fucking structure is melted. Hey man, I call it as I see it. If you're that fucking stupid, then you're that fucking stupid. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I don't have them, man. When it comes to meltology, there are none, man, because you cannot hold back with this shit. We've been attacked for so long, so much fucking bullshit coming at us, so much fucking slander and all these fucking insults and all this attacking. You think I'm going to be fucking nice? Fuck you, man. Crew, you know me. And if you don't know me and you're up here new, look, I'm a nice guy, but I'm a motherfucker when it comes to meltology. I'll take on anybody. I don't give a fuck. I've made the request many times. I've thrown it out there, the challenge, man. No takers. Joe Rogan, bring me on your fucking stream. John Levy, bring me on your fucking stream. Martin Liedka, bring me on your fucking stream. Wise Up, bring me on your fucking stream. Any of you big fucking sub holders out there that are showing this kind of stuff and not breaking down meltology, send me your fucking link, man. Anybody out there know these motherfuckers? Let them know what I said. Because I'm ready. I've been ready for a long fucking time. Melted building, the whole goddamn thing. Melted building, the whole goddamn thing. Look at this. I ain't even going to break it down, man. I'm not even going to break it down. It's right there. Fuck it. I'm here with the Eagle Eye crew. They know what they're looking at. Desmond Anthony, Brick Love, brother. Good to see you up in here. Freya, Mr. Beast fan. Melted Inverted Realm. Many others up here. Drake. Mystical Rockhound and Fossils. You're funny, man. And that's a good thing because we like to laugh up here in the crew. We do, man. Look, we're very funny. We're very, very serious about meltology, but we understand we got to be lighthearted. And we are. We are funny. We love to laugh. Laughing Eagle. There's the name right there. Spartan Red, Laughing Eagle, 007 Dread. The man that created this platform, Melted Red Brick University, the Chill Out Zone, the Eagle Eye crew, the one that termed the X Factor event. That's the guy we're talking about. He opened up many of the streams and all of the streams in the chill out zone with memes, as I've explained before, and the crew know about. We open it up with memes to get everybody to laugh, to break through your human condition. And that's another thing we do. We not only show you the meltology, we try to advance you and help you get through your human condition of fear of being ridiculed, of fear of not fitting in the clique. You got to break away from the pack. When you do, you start understanding who you are and what you're on a lot better. And what you've been facing your whole life. Because we're in a free range penitentiary. That's what we're on. And it's fucking melted. And if you don't think you're on a free range penitentiary, try traveling without fucking permission. Huh? Try traveling without fucking permission. Try going anywhere else in this realm without fucking permission. Look at this. I like to snap pictures like this because we got a lot of new ones up in the crew that are unfamiliar with a lot of the terms that we use, like ghosting. What we're looking at is some ghosting going on right here. The internals of these buildings expanded from the inside out so fast and with so much force, like Play-Doh through a cup with holes in it. When you stick it in a microwave and turn it on, or marshmallows, it'll shove itself right through those fucking apertures, those holes, and leaves the ghosted impression of the definition and detail that used to be there. That's what we're looking at right here. The underneath side of this. The ghosting out of the internals. You can still see faint shapes of what used to be there. You can still see this feature right here. Expanded from the inside out, man, and ghosted this opening, this aperture that was once here. And all the internals. You can see the ghosting. Excuse me. Right here. See it? Internals. Very scorchy, cooked out, disintegrated out, and ghosting all these apertures up in here. All of it. Look at your color differentials from here to here and to here. Look up top. Look at this shit. Look at that. State of matter changing, man. These things just went balloon rock block out, and you can see the it's just twisting and flowing down into the melt in itself right there, man. Look, it's right there. It's right there in front of us. What happened here? Melted structure, man. It is. That's not a melted building to the left. You're crazy. Well, you're crazy if you can't fucking see this. What the fuck is that? What is that? That's melted building right there. That's structure. That's brick block right there. That's what that is. Setting on top of what's below it. Attached to what's below it down here. It's all fucking melted building, man. You know. See, look. Melted building, man. Look at the bottom right corner. Look how the heat energy come from the bottom up and just disintegrated out this wall right here. Bottom right. Look at that. Right there. Look at that. All the way. All the way. All of this is melted building. All the way down. Underneath all the grass, shrubs down here is the rest of the building. Look. Look at the rest of the building through the arch, through the opening right there. Look, it's right there. There's the rest of the building on the other side. Melted building. What's it doing here? What the fuck is that doing here? Why does it look like that? What's going on with this wall up here behind it? What's going on with all this other shit right in here? Look. What's all this down in here? It's all building. It's all structure. This is balloon rocked out, melted brick. All of it, man. You can still see down here in the bottom right corner, ghosting of the C14, the structure right there, man. All the way up, another chunk up here lost in the fucking melt. All the way up here. Look, right there. See it? Lost in the melt. Because all of this was structure. Even back here with the trees on it. That's a fucking melted building with trees growing on it. Yes, it is. We've proven this. We've proven this. See? Look at this. My God, man. Melted building. Look at this shit back here. Fucking hell, man. Explain that. Again, academia, government, religion, all you other big brain motherfuckers out there that are deceiving everybody, stop it. People. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Move along, go buy something at the fucking gift shop and shut the fuck up. That's what they want you to do. Look at that. Melted out internals. This thing was shifting in flux and sinking down and twisting into itself. See? I mean, look at the left side. Break it down, crew. You see it. You see it, crew. Melted building. Heat coming from the bottom up. Look how cooked out it is down here in these pockets. See how white this is? This was very hot. This is the melt. This is the heat energy coming up and expanding this building all the way up. All this foreground out here is part of the structure that is now disintegrated out and gone. And this thing is sinking down into it. It's right there in front of us. It's all right there in front of us. See? The whole hill, if you will, is melted buildings. This melted structure. And what you're seeing in the middle there with all these little homes and shit, they're built on the fucking melted foundation. They are renovated the melt right there. It is what it is, crew. And thank God, or not thank whoever that we have people out there like the Eagle Eye crew and others coming in by them, just flying in. There's so many people joining Melted Red Brick University. Like I said, I'm accepting 20 to 30 a day. 20 to 30 a day because people are waking up. People are waking up. And it's time to press harder. It's time to push this harder. The time is now. Our time is now. Our time is now. Look at that shit. Come on, man. Come on, man. Look. Fucking hell. And you can tell the bricks are heat damaged on this over here. You can see it. It's right there. You can see it. It's scorched out, state of matter changing right there. And this is renovated. But look at that. It's obviously fucking building, man. It is obviously structure. What's going on? What's going on? Look at all that. Look at your color differentials. Look at that. How do you build like that? Meltology, that's the answer. That's the evidence. That's what it's showing us. Because all this is melted and fused together. It's all melted and fused together. Look at that. Look at this right here. What the fuck? Yeah? Explain that right there. What happened to this fucking building? Look at that. What could make this building do this? What can make this look like this? Look at that shit. Look at that. Explain that. Explain this. Please, with sugar on it. Look at that. Look at that. Explain that, please. Yeah, Freya, it has been hijacked. It's been hijacked by a bunch of psychopathic baby raping motherfuckers. Yeah, I said it. And I've said it before. Fuck them. I don't care. I love humanity. I love you. And I want a better world for our fucking grandchildren, our grandchildren's grandchildren, and beyond that. Do we want our who's coming after us to live in this fucking system? I mean, look where it's at right now. Look what these fucking people have done in the last 100 years, man. Look what they've turned this shit show. Look at what they've done to people. Look what they're fucking doing to our children. Look what they're fucking doing to us, man. Look at these people in these so-called third world countries, man. In Nigeria and all throughout this realm. There's so much suffering going on, man. So much suffering and shit going on. And you got these fat fucking bastards just living it up, man. Do as thou wilt is their philosophy. That means anything they fucking want to you. That's what that means. I'm sick of it. I've spent a lifetime just like you have in the crew. Anybody out there listening to me, think back on your upbringing, man. How fucking brainwashed you were. How deceived you were. Well, all you got to do is pull up your bootstraps and just work hard. Work hard for all your fucking life until you're old and feeble and your body's so fucking torn up because you were a goddamn fucking slave your whole life. So these fat motherfuckers can live their life of luxury at everybody else's fucking expense, including your children. They're even telling us now that our children are not ours. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Like I said, the time is nigh. The time is very fucking close because people are getting fucking done with it, man. Look at that shit right there. Look at that fucking shit right there. Fucking hell, man. Bam. Bam. Look at that. Does that look like tectonic plates, abnormal grain growth, erosion? The reason this wall looks like that and is sinking down and then flowing up in the back because it's attached to the fucking building that's underneath it that disintegrated out and flowed down into the melt, causing all the internals, all the parts of these structures to shift and flow into the melt. What you're looking at here is melt flow. What other part of the building? Well, this other part of the building, that's the other part of the building I'm talking about. This part of the building, what remains of it? This part of the building way out there, all this flowing is the fucking building. All this undulation of the ground right in here is building. You can see chunks of the structure in it with the grass growing on it. Look. Again. Meltology 101. Go back to your color differentials, man. Go back to your expansion. Look at your balloon rocking going on through there. Look at how your bricks expanded like that and ended up like that. See? Look at the wall here. Look at this in here. All this out here. All of this is melted building. See? Structure. Arches. Structure. Internals. Expanded from the inside out, man. Right there. Look at that. Look at this over here. Melted building. All of it. See? See? What's that? Why is that there? It's part of the building, that's why. See? Laying out in the field, man. Laying out in the field. Here's a nice little farm down there, X-Factor building, renovated, refurbished. All this undulation in the ground out there, all these wavies, that's the melt flow. Here's a pocket of survival. See? The rest of the building's gone. This is the internals. This is the internal floor plans of this part of the structure right here. See? It's all melted out. It's melted. It's gone. Brick ash, pockets of it, grass growing in it. See? See? Look at that wall. When do you build like that? You don't build like that. Come on now. Use your fucking thinking. And they control us somehow with this kind of shit too. Look at all that. Look at that sky. Look at that fucking sky, man. Look at that sky. They're fucking up our skies for a reason, man. And I urge everybody to go to Mark, our Melted Reality, Mark Galati. He's got a new channel that taking snapshot of these chemtrails through the sky, man, exposing this truth too, because that's evidence right there. So I encourage everybody to go to chemtrail. I forget the name of it. Chemtrail something. chemtrail evidence or chemtrail something, and by Mark Galot. I believe Mark created that one. Brilliant idea, Mark. Look at that fucking evidence right there. Yeah, they're fucking with this. This is part of the controller's goddamn playbook right here. Because Meltology exposes the motherfuckers. They sure do. And I've been calling these bitches out for a fucking while now, man. And I will continue to do it. I will not stop. They can take me out. I don't give a fuck. Until then, I'm going to be up in here with the Eagle Eye crew breaking this shit down. Because it's out. It's too late. They can't fucking do anything about it now other than just try to cause more fear, more mass hysteria for control. That's why. All this free government money out there they're wanting you to just grab up. Yeah, guess what? There's strings attached to that shit. Just wait. You'll see. We got some kind of a pride thing going on out here today, man. And then, you know, I'll tell you what, that's just another fucking thing out there that's just distracting fucking everybody, man. Keeping us separated, keeping us apart, keep us fighting with each other so we don't attack, we don't go after who we really need to go after. Look at this fucking melt right there, man. God, man. Spark them if you got them, crew. Spark them if you got them. Look at that. This is the one I closed out on the other night. I was trying to break down before my computer fucked me off. But look at that. Now it's got a tag in the middle. I apologize, but nevertheless, look. Nobody carved this, okay? This is melted structure. This is X-factored right here. Geologist is explaining it away with all their bullshit. Bam, here we go, crew. We're back to the beginning. Again, Melted Red Brick University, like, share, and subscribe. We are the tip of the spear, the shield of truth in meltology. We've been doing this for a while now. Spartan Red created this platform for us all to come up here and expose this melt. And it's been a few years now, and we've had many up there, many watching, many joining, many people joining. And it's happening, man. People want to throw out the term apocalypse without understanding what the word apocalypse means. Because most indoctrinated out there think the apocalypse means fire and brimstone from the sky that's going to fucking create massive death and all this shit, and the resurrection's going to come and all this shit's going down and blah, 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 blah. Run, fear, 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 fear. Well, I'm here to tell you that this fucking event happened already. See? There it is right there. See? Listen. It means the awakening. It means the unveiling. That's what it means. We are the apocalypse. We are the ones altering perception and changing the minds. The awakening is your awakening, your personal recognition that you've been fucking lied to and used, and you're now being treated as chattel, slave, numbers on a stock market report, because that's what you are. You're a commodity. You don't think so? Look at the back of your Social Security card. See that little red number? Yeah, that's you. That's what's being traded on the fucking stock market. That person on the other side typed in all capitals. That's not you. That's your straw man. That was the person created on paper at your entry into this realm. And that's who's liable for all of the motherfuckers' control mechanisms, money, taxes, property, the laws they create to control you. You can't hear, you can't go there, you can't go here. Now you can't say this, you can't say that. Well, now you're going to know what I mean by when you take that free fucking government money. Yeah, when you take that money and then you start exposing the melt like this and you start waking people up, you know what they do then? They want their money back. You know what they do then? They fuck up your job for you and you lose it. You know what they do then? They block you from everything. Everything. Buying, shopping, getting on social media like this. Nope, you're now blocked because they've got the power to do it. They create it. They own it. And they think they own you and your fucking brain, your mind. Well, by large perspective, they do. For the mass majority of people, they are owned. They are owned. And the only way that you're not going to be owned is if you take off your fucking shackles. If you take away the shackles that they've created for you to put on yourself. That's the awakening. That's what's going on. Because if people understood this, things can change drastically. Now, am I saying things aren't going to get worse before they get better? No, they're going to get a lot worse because these motherfuckers aren't going to give up shit. Get it? Get it? Do you fucking get it? I do. And I know you do, crew. And if you're out there couch locked in, just watching, I'm hoping you get it too. Or starting to. Because that's why we're doing this. Waking people up, man. This is the only avenue we have. This is the only avenue we have. This is the straw that's going to break that camel's back. It is. This is the straw that's going to break that camel's back. This is the information that's been withheld for us for so long. Okay. That now it's got us to the point where people just, like I said, will get aggressive because you're challenging their narrative in their head, what they think is true. And with evidence like this, they have to challenge themselves. And anybody that steps into meltology, you will have to challenge yourself. Oh, trust me, you will have to challenge yourself. Because are you going to stop seeing this if they threaten to take away your money, your livelihood? Is the evidence going to go away just because you're being threatened with your financial welfare? Well, most people will. Most people will say, fuck that, man. I need my money. I need my job. I need my property. Well, guess what? They're going to take that too. Inevitably, they're going to take it too. They already have with a lot of people, man. Don't you get it? If you don't go along with their new fucking lovey-dovey rainbow fucking narrative and you're not all fucking swallowing what they're fucking spoon feeding you, well then, you just don't fit in. There's no place for you in this new society. Because you can't critically think for yourself and ask fucking questions. Who are we to question the academia? The elite, if you will. I don't find anything elite about them. You know who the elite is? The elite are these ones out in wherever part of the realm you are. The elite are the ones taking in the hungry, the vulnerable, the innocent, our children, our elderly, feeding them, caring for them, looking after them. Those are the elite in humanity. That's our elite. These motherfuckers that call themselves elite, they're scum of humanity. They're a virus, they're a filth, they're an infection in humanity. That's who these fuckers are. And they're everywhere. They're not just in the highest towers of the ivory towers of the fucking elite. They're right here in your fucking local politicians, man. They're right here in your fucking education system. These fucking people that think that they're so fucking smarter and better than you, that your fucking stupid little fucking children are now theirs. And they're going to do what they want. And if you say anything about it, fuck you. You're now a problem. You get it yet? Fucking get it yet? And this shit's been going on all my life, all your life. It's just gotten to a point now where they're ramping it up. And they're ramping it up fast because they know people are starting to fucking get it. I'm prepared right here. Because I don't know what's coming, and neither do you. So if you're a prepper out there, good, man, good. You know, you got to look after your own, man. I get it. I get it. I get it. But think of this, man. All that stuff that you're compiling and protecting, are you prepared to do what you got to do to keep it? Are you prepared? Have you ever fucking done it before? Have you ever fucking protected what you got with the armament that you've obtained? Have you ever done it before? Some of you have, but the majority of you out there, you haven't. Are you ready to do that? Are you ready to be overwhelmed by the masses out there that are fucking just, when the shit show starts, are you ready for that? They're already everywhere. Like I've said, man, we got a population, a realm-wide population of indoctrinated people that will fight to take what you have. And then what happens after that, man? Let's say you ward them off. Well, now you're in a spot that you can't be at because now it's illegal. Your land's not yours no more. Get it? You fucking get it. If you think you own the land you got right now, try digging holes on it and try mining on it. You don't own the fucking mineral rights. You get it yet? Try not paying your fucking taxes on it, man. You get it yet? You don't own shit. You're renting it. Getting it yet? You know, the people that I've come upon that really get it, you know where they're at? They're on the street. They're homeless. Not because of an addiction. Many out there are on the streets because of an addiction, but not everybody on the streets is on the streets because of an addiction. It's because their fucking life got turned upside down from the bullshit and now find themselves on the fucking street. And I talk to a lot of these people, and I'll tell you what, there's some smart cats out there that know what's fucking going on, man. They know what the fuck's going on. And we know what the fuck's going on. We're showing what's going on through Meltology. Because that's the foundation for this truth that we all seek. Brick love, one love, everybody out there. I'm going to flick through some chats here. Let's see what time. I got about 15 minutes left. Drake, Mr. Beast fan, Melted Inverted Realm, many others. Brick love, everybody out there. Yeah, man, there's solar tech. There's all kinds of tech out there nowadays, you know, and all of this. But you know what, man? We've had free tech our whole lives. It's just been kept from us. This realm that we're looking at, this melted realm that we're investigating, that we've done so much looking into, you know, it looks like it does because it had free energy, man. They were masters of the etheric energy, interacting with the fucking the structures that were everybody was on, habitable tech, hydraulic tech, etheric energy tech, whatever else tech they had, man, was part of why this realm looks like this. These things were on such a massive level. What we mine for minerals now that we call wealth, gold, silver, all these metals, all this stuff like that, it's X Factor tech. You get it? We've shown that. I've shown evidence of stacks of gold coins in the melt, melted, fused into the brick that they were setting on. So what's this mean? Think about it. What does this mean? When we show evidence of these melted structures, we show that this is a melted civilization. Some of it so fucking huge, it's just unimaginable. Some of it attached to what we're living in now, as we just showed, renovated. Okay, but the tech and the evidence has been presented up in here together in the melt. So that means that a lot of the metal work that we find in the melt, attached to the melt, was part of the melt. We find rails, railroad tracks in the melt. We find many other metals, framings in the melt, in caves, on top of structures out here in the melt. Coins, like I said, in a stack, melted together. This means that when this melt happened, there were people habitating it, commerce was going on, things were going on. X Factor, boom, melted. Here's the evidence. So this melt wasn't that long ago. We've bounced this around forever now. And this is why I'm so happy to see so many coming into the nest, so many getting involved in meltology. If not in this camp, in others. But getting into it and understanding it, that's what it's about. Asking questions, that's what it's about. Looking at the evidence and then bringing more questions, that's what it's about. Narrowing the timelines here, that's what it's about. Because 1,000 years has been added to our timeline, if you didn't know that. We've shown that. We've proven that. How many other deceptions do we think are real? Our timeline, for one, where we come from is why we look different through our melatonin levels. A few other genetically altering things. We're all the same, but we're different in our different melatonin levels. More questions. The evidence that we find in the X Factor, skeletal remains. I've shown them many times. Many others have shown them many a times. They're in the melt. They've got brick melted into their fucking heads, man. They got structure melted through their bodies. Their bones are fused together with heat. Metals fused together in bone by heat. Meltology. This is where this brings you. We question the timelines now. We question history now. We question every fucking narrative now. And we have to rethink it and educate ourselves through the evidence, man. Because we're not going to get any truths from the motherfuckers. They've proven that to be true. So, this is where we're at in humanity, man. And, like I said, I come from no money. I come from working to get what I have. I come from getting my hands dirty, actually growing things, chopping wood, survival kind of. The 70s, 60s, 70s was a different time than now. The older crew remember. We didn't have the tech that we do now. You remember, older crew. Times were different, man. And this is the thing that I'm talking about. Us older generation are trying to show the much older generation that are still with us this. But more so, what we're trying to do is, you younger generation, it's up to you. You melt heads out there in the crew right here and watching, and I know you are. It's up to you. It is. You are more comfortable with this tech than me. I'm fucking lucky to be up here, man. Really, I've explained it before. I am not a tech nerd. It's up to you. Review Spartan Red's work. You have to, man. You love meltology and you love fucking art and music. Spartan Red, man. Don't get any better. You got many out there like John Braver throwing his pockets of survival up there, and he's blessed us with those in Melted Red Brick University. Another one. Brilliant meltologist, brilliant with his tech. Desmond Anthony out there throwing out some stuff. Many others out there. And if I miss you, Van Helsing Mills, there's some others out there that are throwing up some joints, man. Meltology, using your creative abilities about you, man, and then doing that. That's what's going to show this even more. All right, you get it? Okay. There's many people out there watching stupid shit. But you start rolling up joints in meltology and putting them together, stitching them together, and putting them up, man, and banging them out there for everybody to enjoy, man. That's how meltology is going to start even opening up more with the younger generation. Get it? We're setting the path for you to carry on. This tech can go down today. It's going to come soon. Or it's going to be much more difficult, if even possible, for us to even do this. That's why we're trying to wake people up. That's why you got to go boots on the ground. You can go there with Mark, our Melted Reality, boots on the ground. Join, please. Get out there. Get off your tech and get out there on the melt. Use your fucking tech or use old school tech. Snap that evidence. Show people, take them out there, explain it to them. Show them the evidence, man. Let them work it out in their brain. They've got to create it in their head. You can just show them it. They've got to do the work. Yeah. All right. Brick Love, One Love, everybody out there. Melted Inverted Realm, One Love, Brick Love, Eagle Eye Crew. Yeah, I got to bounce soon. One Love, Brick Love, Eagle Eye Crew. Dean, awesome evidence as always. Love you, brother. Got to go. To you too, man. See you soon. See you tomorrow. Sunday Easy going to happen. We'll be back up here again. Mr. Beast fan, Jerry will be back, I hope. Well, that's up to Jerry. Jerry's had many an opportunity. He lost it. But here we are because of Spartan Red. Here I am because of Spartan Red. So we all have our choices. Many have been up here. Many aren't here anymore. Many are watching that haven't been up here before, but that are now back. Listen, I'm up here in Melted Red Brick University. Eagle Eye Crew right here. Spartan Soldier all the way. If you want me on your page, you want me on your link, you want to do a stream, reach out. I'll come in. I don't give a fuck who you are. But I will be representing Melted Red Brick University and the Eagle Eye Crew. And who created it. But it's about the evidence, and I'll bring it hot. And I'll fucking bring it. Just like I have many a times before. And I'll explain it. Just like I have many a times before. Look, I'm not claiming to know fucking anything. I don't. All I know is, like you, things are fucked up. They've been fucked up for a long time. Now I'm an old man. Now I got grandchildren. Now I see what the condition of fucking shit is. And I'm about ready to go beat a job again tonight for another 10 fucking hours. Drag myself back up in here. And get on the hunt and look for the evidence and bring it again. It's up for you to decide what you're looking at. It's up for you to understand and not understand, comprehend. Comprehend. It's all about words and what the real meanings are. I'm not going to understand shit anymore. I'm going to comprehend it. Understanding is being under somebody else's understanding. I'm understanding. No, I'm fucking comprehending for myself. And I'm going to let you know what I fucking think. And if I'm wrong, then it'll work out with me. And then I will comprehend that I was looking at it wrong. But I'm going to comprehend the evidence. And I'm hopefully going to help you see it and make the decision whether you comprehend it or not. Anyway, I'm going on here because I just smoked a bowl and I want to keep going, but I can't. So I love you all out there. Curtis 47, there you are, brother. Brick love everybody up in their steps. Man, good stuff, man. Drake, great show, Dino. Love you, brother. Love you, man. Sunday Easy, can't wait. Me neither. Sorry, I got to click this one off of here. I get going and I can't remember to take the one off and bring the other one up. Yeah, I can't wait either, man. But yeah, it was fun getting up in here, having my goddamn computer fucking work this time. So I'm going to shut her down for now. Brick love everybody out there. Melted Red Brick University, like, share, and subscribe. Spartan Red, Brick love from the Eagle Eye crew. We love you. Thank you. Rest, brother. If you watch this later, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to leave out of here. Hopefully. Give me a second. A little gift from Spartan Red. Love you, crew. See you soon. Brick love.